he keeps doing this shit. He reflects and then does it again. I shouldn't do this, but I'm gonna keep like you're dumbass.
So I think to kind of get the juices rolling, I got a couple of hot takes that people sent us in our Discord, and we'll have everybody kind of react to it. We'll start off with King Lion for sure, and then we'll kind of give our genuine thoughts. First one comes from our main guy here, Random, actually.
Okay.
He said, man, Batman ain't shit. He ain't a superhero. The nigga can't even try to fix his city effectively. He just likes beating niggas up, and that's it.
You want to hear something funny?
Keep it a stack.
You want to hear something funny?
Mm.
When I said that, people used to get so pissed off at me, but you want to hear something hilarious? Batman issue 51 to 53 says that exactly out of Bitch Wayne's mouth himself. Bullshit you not. If you read Batman issue 51 to 53, Bitch Wayne himself says that. I bullshit you not, word for word, bar for bar. You know why he says it? Because before that day, the night before, he beat the shit out of Dr. Freeze and forced him to basically admit to a crime he didn't commit. So Batman had to go to court to get him out of prison. So yeah. And when they were in the
Batman
jury's
really ain't
office,
shit.
no, he really
Batman
ain't.
really
And
ain't
no, when they were in the office, I bullshit you not. Everything you just said is word for word, bar for bar, the same. I got the panels. I did a video about it. I swear to God, he said the same shit. Batman don't do no talking. He just beats the shit out of you. He's a criminal. He's not a hero. He can't help you with your emotions. I swear, everything, word for word, bar for bar. Bullshit you not. He said, God will bless you with grace, but Batman will punch you in the face. I bullshit you not. I cannot, like, Ty, you better tell him you know me. If I say some shit, I can pull that book out and show you. I bullshit you not. I bullshit you not.
Right there, I have a quick. I want to ask a question about Batman because I'm somebody that doesn't really read comics like that. So this, I've heard every line. As long as I've known you, everything you said about Batman is pretty consistent with that. But it seems like he's given this seems new. I don't know if he's ever actually come out and admit that before. Do you see like Batman care to go in a different direction where he actually addresses those things? Like he's addressing that I ain't shit. Is he ever gonna is he gonna have like a redemption arc? Like where do you see that going?
He does it all the time. So in comics, he'll always have these little moments where he'll go, "This is my fault. This is all because of me." But he doesn't make a change to it. Like in the Failsafe saga that's happening right now, he created Failsafe as a way to take him out if he ever took a life, right? A Penguin framed him for a murder he didn't commit. Well, his own murder. And Failsafe activates. When Failsafe tries to get Batman, he can't get him. So what does Failsafe do? He opens up the prisons and lets all the inmates out to go kill innocent people in the streets. Bitch Wayne is in fucking Atlantis watching this shit, going, "This is my fault. If I gave myself up, this could end right now." And he's letting criminals kill innocent people, and the blood's on my hands. But did that stop him? No, he just he keeps doing this shit, and then he reflects and then does it again. I shouldn't do this, but I'm gonna keep fucking doing it. Like you're a dumbass.
Do you read that like a good like 90% of his villains, he has like it's within his scope to actually help or fix them. Like
Fuck yeah, he not
Poison
just help
Ivy,
them.
Mr.
No,
Freeze, all of them.
yeah, not just help them. It's so much shit. Like for instance, imagine that Mr. Freeze was a doctor. He could have not only helped Mr. Freeze, but he could have like you know how many lives you can save with cryo. Let's say somebody has a skin disease or a terminal illness. You could freeze that person because Freeze has the technology to put you in cryostasis and keep you alive. He actually perfected it. So you can use Dr. Freeze to save lives, but we're not doing that. We're just beating his ass in fucking alleys. You have someone like Poison Ivy. Poison Ivy could clean the oceans, the lakes, the sewers, you fucking name it. The bitch is a botanist. But are you using her for that? Fuck no. Riddler could help our kids in education. Again, he knows the human mind.
He
Are we
cooking.
trying to get him to do that? Fuck no. So it's like we just gonna beat your ass. It's like America. We're only gonna give you so much to keep you alive because we still need you fucked up so we have a job. It's all the fuck it is. It's the same shit. Same shit.
Real quick before I answer my question, how do you feel about this comment right here, King Lion? It's by Queasy Plays. Don't you think it's the writer's fault that they don't want the character to change or find redemption?
You want to hear something funny about that? It's not the writer's fault. And I'm saying it because the difference between comic books and manga is that the manga Arthur, for the most part, has control over his story, right or wrong. Right or wrong.
Yeah.
When it comes to comics, you don't have control. When you get signed to write a book or whatever, they give you a fucking Bible of what you can and what you cannot do. I used to be that person where I was all like, these writers ain't shit. They're doing this, and then like when I'm not gonna lie, again, I was blessed with some knowledge, and for the most part, you can't blame the authors. The authors are nothing more than bullet bags. They're gonna take the hit. The company isn't. The company is the one that fucking makes all the shots. No matter what happens, it doesn't matter what the artist or what the author has to say. Hey, well, I think it should go. I don't give a fuck what you think, bitch. You're gonna write this shit the way I say it do. We're gonna put your name on this book, but you're gonna write this shit the way we want it to be written, and you're gonna do X, Y, and Z. Okay, no problem. Like it's that bullshit. You not. They can only write and create what's allowed, and this is one of the reasons why. I remember when Clark Kent died. Remember when he died? Superman died.
Yep.
Superman's death was the fastest revival in comic book history, and that's because that shit went worldwide. People lost their fucking minds. They
Was it
actually thought.
also Superman? Or
I
that's-
believe I have the comic. I literally have the comic still in plastic. I have his death and his rebirth. And his
When he
rebirth
died
is
at Doomsday, or is there a different death
yeah,
there?
No, he died.
No,
The
he
first
died by
time he died
Doomsday.
to Doomsday. I
Yeah, he died
believe.
at Doomsday, and then they brought him back, and that's because when he died, it was worldwide news. People thought a person died. They was like, Superman passed away. I was like, bitch, that's a comic book, and they told him like, yeah, we'll bring him back in like a couple of months, maybe. You know, fuck that. You write that shit now because people were really losing their fucking minds. People identify themselves as these fictional characters, so when you attack a fictional character or you change something up, it's like changing or fucking with their religion, and they will psychologically attach themselves to it, and it can be dangerous. They'll hurt themselves, they'll hurt other people over cartoons that ain't fucking real. So authors can only write so much and they can only change so much, but ultimately it's the studio's decision for what will and what will not happen.
So
I just feel
is
like
there
they're, like,
any
the product?
yeah, is there any way that this could change at all? Because look, my favorite comic character is Superman. It's just nice and easy. It makes sense. But there are times where it feels like they run out of ideas of what to do with a certain character, and then they either like they reboot or they change things up or they do something wrong. And is there any way this could change, King Line, in terms of maybe
Fuck
is there any
no.
way they could give an artist more freedom or anything like
Absolutely
that?
not. Absolutely not. And it's because of it's because of the older writers from back in the day. If you allow a writer freedom, right, and you're not checking on that writer, you'll fuck around and have a character like Deathstroke fucking kids. Like you'll have shit like that. You'll have somebody write some shit that you're not surveying properly, and when that shit hits the fucking shelves, you got Green Lantern out here fondling a 14-year-old. You got Deathstroke, Joker. You got all these characters doing this weird shit, and you selling this shit to the public. So it's like I would love for certain writers and to have certain creative control, but the problem is you have to be careful because you never know what the fuck they gonna write in that shit. And it's like, damn, like some writers will fuck around and introduce whole new characters. Like that's what happened with Protege. Protege was a character that wasn't supposed to have much runtime. He wasn't supposed to be that powerful, but the writer was like, oh no, fuck this. I'm gonna make him more powerful than the one above all. And Marvel was like, oh fuck that. They caught that shit in time. You better stop this shit now. I don't give a fuck how you kill him. Figure it out. Do whatever you got to do. But get him the fuck out. We ain't seen Protege shit. I'm not even kidding. We haven't seen Protege since that since that Celestial ate his ass. We haven't seen him since. I'm not
So there's
kidding.
no happy medium they could find?
Not necessarily because you could have a happy medium, but you still have to you have to be careful because like these comics have to come out on a certain date and they have to be published at a certain time. So it's like if you fuck around and you have to redo an entire fucking issue. Like something like for Ty, you write like I write and you draw, but you write and draw. So imagine how much you got to pay an artist to draw 25 to 30 pages of a comic book, right? The shit ain't right. Now you got to pay a new fucking writer to rewrite the shit, and then you got to pay another fucking artist to redo the shit, and then that's more time. So that's comics that don't get put out when they're supposed to get put out. So it's like it's just they don't want the fucking headache, and they're like, no, this is how shit's gonna be, and what it is they're just biting the right bullet. It sucks, but for them, if we do it this way, that's less money out of our pocket, that's less fuck ups that we got to deal with, and it's just that simple. Like we don't got to deal with this bullshit.
All right. So the next hot take that I want to read out is Lewis said street heroes / street villain characters are the best written characters in comics.
To an extent.
What do we think?
I think like
I think you can easily fumble those though, as well
Yeah,
at the same time.
it's to an extent. A street character has a great story, sure, but your story only goes so fucking far. Like you can only write about a street hero for so long before he has to eventually be upgraded, because then their stories get to be more interesting the more power they get or the changes they get along the way. Like for instance, Daredevil. Daredevil is a street tier character, right or wrong.
yeah.
That's true.
And you
I
can
agree.
only write about Hell's Kitchen for so long until you got to give him some kind of supernatural power up. Same thing for the fucking Punisher. And boom, the shit is a fucking hit. Like Blade. Blade was a street tier character. Blade is now a vampire god fighting Thor in Blood Hunt issue 5. So street hero stories are great, but let's keep it a fucking 100. What's mainstream? What's popular? Is it street tier characters or is it gods? People say that shit, but it's not like what you how can I put it? What people say is never what they really fucking want. You can say that shit, but it's not fucking true. Anime and comics, the most popular fucking characters are the ones who can kill gods, destroy universes, bend reality. For the most part, the hero, like fucking what's his name? Is it Moomin Rider, I believe, off of One
Yes.
Punch Man? Yeah,
Yes.
nobody gives a fuck about him because we want to see One Punch Man punch a planet to death. Like you couldn't make a Moomin Rider anime and think that shit's gonna be successful, but you can make a One Punch Man, episode where he's sneezing a fucking planet away. Oh my god, did y'all see this shit? Like even right now, the like One Punch Man is back into circulations because of what? What did we see most recently? Saw some godly shit. So it's just that simple. Like somebody saying, "Oh, I think the street tiers are better." That's bullshit. You saying that, but ultimately, what the fuck do you really watch and talk about?
That's true.
I think they're more like relatable in